Hello and welcome to Redux End-to-End, a thorough look at building a Redux client against a realistic API. My name is Sam Slotsky, and I've been developing Redux applications professionally for a couple of years, with a long prior history of working with JavaScript data binding frameworks. But I've been a backend developer for significantly longer, and in that time I've learned how crucial it is for client developers and API developers to be on the same page with each other, which is why I wanted to do this course. What follows is a brief overview of what we'll be discussing in the subsequent videos. This will be a full-stack application, and we'll be writing it all ourselves. React and Redux will be our main tools for building the client, and on the back end we'll implement server-side rendering with Express and write an API that's backed by a PostgreSQL database. We're going to learn how to authenticate with our API, looking at web token and cookie-based solutions, and remembering to account for security concerns like CSRF. We'll spend a section implementing client-side routing to make our client a true single-page application, and we'll learn how to submit forms with both front and back-end validation. In the end, we'll demonstrate some more advanced techniques that will allow us to reuse and get the most from our Redux code, and we'll wrap it up with a section on best practices. Real-world client applications talk to APIs, and this is meant to be a real-world demonstration. Our goal is to build an app from the ground up and from front end to back, so we'll be writing every single line of code for both the client and the server. But there's a limit to how much we can cover, so along the way we'll be suggesting additional paths to explore. This course is going to start off with the basics of Webpack, React, and Redux, but it's going to move quickly and demonstrate advanced techniques before too long. This course is intended for developers with at least a working familiarity with all parts of the stack and an understanding of data binding frameworks and libraries in JavaScript. If your past JavaScript work hasn't included much functional programming, it would be good to get at least a basic understanding of this before diving in. The community is increasingly embracing the functional nature of the JavaScript language, and Redux code tends to be heavy with it. But because it's a new paradigm, it can be a sticking point for developers as they learn how to think in a stateless model where functions are first-class members. If you're planning to play with the code as you follow along, you really only need to have Node, NPM, and Yarn installed. The instructions for your specific operating system should be easy to find with a quick search. So without further delay, let's dive into our course with our first video, Bundling and Compiling a React Application.